everyone, Kristen Kamato here. Just wanted to share with you the card I'm going to be finishing up for Craft Roulette. That's right, another episode of Craft Roulette. And who was on? One of our more famous, popular people, Crafty Al. That's right, she was on and she had a wonderful time again. And the parameters were Postcard, 1970s colors. They were, oh shoot, what was the other one? Oh, here we go. Wreath and pre-printed. Well, pre-printed, that was a gimme one. Thanks, Mr. Wheel. I had this printable printed out from last year, August, just hanging out in my stash, waiting to be used. So I used it. I thought the color parameters really fit pretty well for 1970s kind of colors. They came with some cute little images of some nomies, which, you know, nomies were around back then too. Well, and I was born in the 1970s. It's a late end, but still it counts. So I liked, of course, all the oranges and that little bit of the touch of coolness that the blue, kind of this minty color, might provide. Now this is how it looked prior to me cutting it, as you can tell which piece I'm most likely going to use. Okay, so for Postcard, I really like the card that Crafty Al did, and I'm going to be oh so inspired by that card. I'm going to put it this way though. This little flower print is going to get covered up this particular time, but you know what? That's okay. This is a regular card, A2 card. This is really thick cardstock. Not my favorite, but I made it work by cutting two A2 size panels, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, taking one side, scoring it and gluing on like that little tab, so then it will open up, really open up this way. This is so thick I have a hard time scoring and cutting it, so the top half here isn't necessarily folded over, so it works for me. Do what you want for yours, but this is what I will do for mine. Now this is like a parchmenty type paper. I just glued around the center and kind of took my finger and kind of went around to lift up the edges, maybe distress the edges, because I didn't need necessarily flat. So I'm adding a little texture that way. I will put this panel on and stack it that way. But before I glue that down, I wanted to share with you about the wreath that I made. Oh, I mean, it could be like a bracelet. Hey. But postcard wreath. Whoop, whoop. So I have a die from Diamond Press that cuts out different sizes of postage stamps. You probably have something similar in your stash as well. I took a whole bunch in the kind of light ivory color that I have, inked them up with some walnut ink, and a stamp set that I have from Not Too Shabby, walnut ink, FYI, from Lawn Fawn. Does stain the stamp just a little, but hey, that's alright. Stain stamped is a love stamped. So I used some of those to kind of create this wreath-like image that I put around. I cut from my infamous silver paper two nesting circle dies to get kind of this smaller shape, so I have kind of something to go with because I wanted the center open. See? And this really reminded me of like the displays that one might do around Christmas time when they get in the different Christmas cards that, you know, you'd put them up on the wall. If I can find a picture, I will put one in right here so you can kind of see what I'm referring to. And sometimes I know you put them up in like a wreath shape or that round shape, so that's what it reminded me of. And so someone might be doing that too with all the postcards they get from around the world. This was Crafty Al's trick. I don't have an electronic die cutting machine, so I couldn't, as a paid member of her YouTube channel, could not get this freebie myself. But basically she had taken a circle and notched out basically north, south, east, and west to use that as centering guides for placing things around your wreath, and it worked really well for her. I've seen her use it twice now, so I do like that. But since I didn't have that, I folded my circle in half and then in a quarter and kind of got the marks there on the side from where you folded it, and I used that as my north, south, east, west guides. So I liked how that came out. Plus, I knew I was putting everything on it, so it didn't matter. I'm going to cut mainly a lot of that off so I didn't cover the whole thing. But I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put this right about in here. I don't mind if it hangs off a little. Just how far down and how much do I want to cut off. So, you know, join me here while I do that. Got my glue at the ready here. And we can talk about this little Nemi dude. He's kind of cute, huh? He came from the postage printable too. He's sitting there just doing his thing, kind of postagey like as well. He was printed on white paper. I took what was left on my brown ink brush there and just had a good old time rounding his corners and doing all of that. So he's just hanging out. Now on this postage grid here, I layered it up because I didn't really have foam tape to use, so I did not. That's to give it some depth, because just laying right flat on the card, I don't know about you, but it looked, well, flat. I needed just a little lift to give it that teensiest bit of shadow underneath, and since I wasn't using foam, I just layered up, I think that's 3 or 4 pieces of the same silver paper. You know, I already had the dies out, so I might as well run it through and cut it to give it some lift, kind of that faux foam tape look, if you will. So here we go. I'm going to use the notch here and almost the corner of the card to kind of, I guess, square those up in a way to kind of keep that in there. I don't know. I might be making too much of a fuss for this, but you know what? Doesn't matter. It's gonna look good in the end. Yeah, let's, oh boy, here we go. Let's cut. Gotta find the scissors. Okay, here we go. Ready? Woo, 1, 2, 3, here we go. You know, there's always plan B. If this doesn't work out right, well, we'll just come up with a different card, or, you know, that's the Kamada way, is to figure it out. Okay, so there's kind of my semi-wreath. Semi-wreath of postcards that might be hanging out on someone's wall. Okay, down for that. Little dude there, I think. I'm going to just kind of maybe snip off the corners. Shh, you didn't see that. Just so maybe it fits down in there just a smidge better. Now, he is a postage stamp in there. I just left some of the extra paper so it made him look more Polaroid-like. Best laid plan. Should have put this little dude down first, but you live, you learn. Okay, do I want him flat or just a little more popped up? I think I want him a little more popped up, so I'm going to use some scraps. I know, crazy, crazy, crazy. But this is what I do sometimes. You do you. I don't have very much in the way of a foam tape, so I'm very conservative in regards to using it. I will get more eventually, but for now, scrap pieces of paper are going to work because I don't make them too thick, so they can still go through the mail. We'll see if this even does it. Okay, we're going to just pop up his little head a little bit more. What do we think? Yeah, it gives it a little lift. I don't know how much on camera that is showing, but it definitely shows in person. So glue his little self down. I don't know if he has a name or not, but you know, we could probably work on giving him one. However, for the sentimental, if you will, I went through my new stamp set here. Let me just grab that for you. Happy birthday! These are from Not Too Shabby, as part of a collection that LV Handcrafted did. These are the birthday ones. I finally got them. This is your more heartfelt, and these are more your snarky. Can you tell which side I went for? I think you can. Now, at first, I stamped them on this kind of parchment-y color paper that I used. Not a good recommendation, especially as I used dye ink. I don't know if you can tell real well. They kind of bled through. So, not like a lot. This one you could kind of see maybe a little bit more. It wasn't as crisp or as clean as perhaps I would have liked. Maybe if I had used a pigment ink, it might work out better, but that's okay. Fake foam tape, right? So then I stamped them out on the same ivory cardstock I did for the little mini postcards. And here we go. I ended up a lot better with that. And the ones that I picked out, if age is a number, who needs math? I mean, that fits with our dude. Or too old to care, too bold to quit. Yeah, maybe. But we're going to go with if age is a number, who needs math? Little strip of some soft cantaloupe that I ink blended and then roughed up the edges with. This will be my little matte layer. So I'm going to put that on real quick. And now the harder part, do we put it here and leave this beautiful blue as an open space? Or do we cover up some of that with the orange and leave it as the postage, photo frame that little Mr. Nomi is kind of on? Okay, words are hard today, sorry. Okay. Well, here we go. What shall we do? What shall we do? That looks kind of cute. That looks cute too. Might cover up some of the blue because it's kind of in there, but not as much, but I think we're good. Now, the thing with that is, based on where I put my thing, my wreath, I think we're going to kind of do that. Okay. Go with me here. Go with me here. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah. I think that's coming out good. Okay. Let's do a parameter check, shall we? I know this one got a little crazy, maybe slightly out of control. Oh, and you missed the glue adventure I had in prepping, but we won't go into that. I'm sure you've seen me have enough of those. So, parameter of project, postcard. Well, there's lots of them here, so check. 1970s colors, lots of warm tones with the oranges, with a little bit of blue. I know the page did have some mint to it in there as well, so works well for me. And it does kind of pop out a little there. Look at the little bit of yellow in there. So I'm going to say that's a check. And then the wreath, here is my wreath. There, check. And pre-printed. Well, that is because these images were on that sheet that I had pre-printed. I mean, really, I'm treating it as it's pattern paper. Pattern paper is pre-printed, especially since, you know, what do you consider pre, right? How far in advance does it need to be pre-printed? I will tell you that I've had that pre-printed since August of 2025. So I think that counts. And I'm going to say check. So that is a check, 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 check on all these parameters for Craft Roulette episode 322. What is Craft Roulette? In case you were wondering, here is some info that you can click on. Nice little welcoming message to me. Don't forget to check out craftroulette.live's website. So many good things available over there. I'll provide lots of links down for you below as well. And if you are interested in getting this printable, I'll provide you the affiliate link down below, which, as it's an affiliate link, if you do make a purchase, I may make a small commission at no extra charge to you. But I will list you which one that it is, along with a coupon code that can get you 10% off that printable. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. If you have any questions about the card I made, products used, or even just want to say hi, do let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye!